Hi, I'm Jenny Mateyoke with the Mateyoke Group at Keller Williams, and today we're going to answer the question, what's the first step in getting my home ready to sell? Today we're with Tara Stewart, one of my favorite people. She's a professional organizer, and I can attest to her skills, which are mad skills. She transformed my office at home. She transformed my son's bedroom, his closet, all that good stuff. So Tara, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi. Okay, as Jenny said, my name is Tara, and I have been in business for a little under 2 years. I started my business right before COVID. Amazing timing. And basically what I try to teach people is that less is more. So a lot of what we do is more around purging and decluttering, editing, whatever words you want to use. But we try to make it not as scary, and there's no shame around any space. So the first thing we would do in a home is basically help you edit down to what works in your family and in your lifestyle and things you love. And then we take those items and organize it in a functional way. We want it to be cute, but at the end of the day, we want it to be functional so it actually works for your family.
Right, exactly. So which area of the house do you feel gets the most unorganized, and do you have any tips on keeping up with those areas?
Probably any drop zone.
Right.
So like when you come into the house, and let's say you always come in through the garage, it's like the island, right, in the kitchen. Or if you come in through the front door and you've got the big dining room table, I feel like all the school supplies, everybody's wallets, everything just gets dumped there. So I feel like the more open space, sometimes they're clutter catchers. So I think it's kind of designing a system to where you teach everybody in your family that everything has a home. So for example, in my family, when we come in through the garage, we have our drawer that literally is right beside the garage. It's the first one in the kitchen, and everybody unloads their pockets. So my husband's wallet goes there immediately, sunglasses. So everybody has a spot where it goes. Same with book bags. As soon as they come in, they go to a home. Mail, as soon as it comes in, I dump most of it in the trash because it's pretty much junk.
Exactly.
So just trying to get rid of those clutter catchers right off the bat.
Okay, perfect. So in your opinion, what is the most important thing to declutter before you put your house on the market?
Wide open spaces.
Right, okay. The second thing, I know what you're going to say.
The second thing, okay. So once you have it so it's actually presentable and good for photography, I would say almost go for the hidden spaces. My personal opinion is when I'm even looking at a home, I want big closets. So even if you have a small closet, you can make it look bigger by having less items in it. And a lot of times, half the stuff in your closet, you're not even wearing.
Do you remember how many sets of sheets you made me get rid of?
Lots of sheets.
Yes, lots of sheets.
And I feel like everybody's wardrobe has shifted a little bit during the past 2 years. A lot more people are working at home, a lot more people in sweatpants. So some of the clothing that, maybe used to fit 2 or 3 sizes ago can really give, especially as women, a lot of anxiety, just even having it in the closet. So even if that means you taking it out of the closet and putting it in a box for storage for later, just so that you have in your closet what you love and what actually fits and you feel 100% in. And then what you could even do in a closet is, even if you've got, and this is like a super cheap, easy fix, but just going to the same hangers, whether you love velvet hangers or you want a thin plastic one, just a little tiny fix by having everything look consistent, all going the same direction, really tiny hangers, and just opening up that space. So even for a small closet, it looks bigger.
Absolutely.
I love closets.
It's your favorite thing. I don't know. You destroyed my kitchen and the cabinet. So
I did destroy.
She made me get rid of lots of vases. Evidently, I have a collection of vases.
Too many vases.
So what would you consider some additional steps so that people don't feel overwhelmed when they're starting to declutter?
Go for the easy win. So even if it's just, everybody has a junk drawer. Even when it's tidied up, we still call it the junk drawer, right? So I would even start with something even so small as that, just because it takes 10 to 15 minutes and then you feel successful. And most of the stuff in the junk drawer usually goes into the trash. So keep it simple. You've got pens, your pencils, your scissors, everything where it goes. So when somebody's like, oh, I need scissors to cut XYZ, they know where they are, they put it immediately back. So I would start with a small, easy win. And I always even tell my clients that aren't even listing their houses, go ahead and act as if you were.
Right.
Because I think what's happening a lot, and obviously I'm not the expert in this area, but people are selling quickly and they're making the decision to sell like yesterday. So what then happens is there's a sense of panic and urgency, and then they have all this work to do around their house. But if every single person in their home right now started to prep it to sell, then when it came time to sell, it's just ready, and then they just call you and it's like all ready to go.
Right.
So
Yeah. You've taught me to part with a lot of things now. I can
yes,
tell you
it
that.
makes
So-
it easier when
It
you
does.
only keep what you actually use.
Yes, absolutely. So, what are some of your favorite organizing supplies? And wait a minute, can I guess what the first one is?
Yes, you can guess.
The label maker.
Oh my god, that was my second, actually.
second.
Okay, so what was originally going to be my first, but I found this amazing. Okay, this is my favorite right now because it makes kitchens look really high end. So it's basically I wish I had one. I would show you. It's like spring-loaded bamboo dividers that you put in your kitchen drawers. And then on top of them just being straight, then they have horizontal little ones that go in between them. So you can customize all the sizes and it looks incredible. So it looks like a really high-end kitchen that has those custom drawers. So that right now is my current favorite. It kind of shifts depending on my mood. But yes, a label maker. And here's the thing about the labels and the label makers. Even if you don't have like a P-Touch label maker or a Cricut, you can use your printer. Just use your printer. Find a font on your Mac or your PC and print it up and cut it out to fit. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be a fancy label maker. But if it's labeled, then everybody knows where it goes.
Well, I will say under my kitchen cabinet that you did for me, everything is labeled now. So when I go in there, I'm like, oh, these are the electronic things. These are the tools. and it's very easy to get to it. So how long does a typical session with you last?
It depends on the size of the project. But the way we work is if we're coming to your home to do a project, the minimum is 4 hours. Most projects take more than 4 hours. But if you have something smaller, like let's say you just have a really small pantry and you're like, I don't even know if it'll take that long. Go ahead and tell us, what do you want to work on? What clutter catchers do we need to focus on finding a system? Because we want to teach you habit change. Otherwise, you're just because a lot of the stuff with the type of clutter that we're dealing with, it keeps happening unless we teach you a system so that it doesn't keep happening.
Right, sure.
But if you're going to do like the entire kitchen and the pantry or like a garage, you're looking at 6 to 8 hours. Kitchen, pantry, 4 to 7. It depends. I just now added 2 girls to my team. So now we have the option to send 1 organizer or a team of 2. So obviously if there's 2 of them, you've got a lot more ideas, a lot more brainstorming, and it goes a lot quicker.
Awesome. So just a quick plug for you. Tell them how to get in touch with you and
how to get in touch with me. All right. So my website is www.taramstewart.com. And from there you can find all my social media, but I am on Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, so tons of pictures, tons of ideas. So even if you just want to DIY it, I try really hard to always put out a Tuesday tip and just little things and ideas and other people's projects that you can get inspiration from.
Absolutely. Well, I can tell you that she changed my life, and I'm actually following through on some things, so things aren't getting quite as cluttered. And I do have her booked quarterly to come back and make sure I stay on task. So again, this is a great way, a great first step in getting your home ready to market. And if you have any questions about real estate, I'd love to help you. You can always reach me by cell, email, or text. Thanks so much.